Life is frustrating. I know the path I'm supposed to take. I know the path that takes me away from the stuff that makes me frustrated, the stuff I keep falling into. But I still fall into it. I'm powerless. I can't even change anything that I don't like, that I should have complete power over. But it ends up having complete power over me. I am completely powerless. And it's frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. Because it's so easy to fall, and then fall again, and then fall again. And every time I tell myself, no more, this is it. If I had $1 for every time I said that, I'd be on the top of Forbes. It's so easy to get caught up in what you're doing. That you completely are ignorant of what you're doing. You may have previous experiences with stuff that end up really bad, that end up shameful, that end up regretful. But then you end up in the exact same situation. And you're not thinking, oh, last time I did this, I was so shameful. Or you may be thinking that, but you're not truly understanding how it felt from that point, from the time it happened. It's impossible. You can't just shift to that point. Your mind's only fixated on this now. So no matter what experience in the past you've had with it, if your mind's not fixated on it again, you're not gonna be like, I feel regretful for my past experiences. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's easy to be taken away by what you're doing and forget how it's going to or has affected you. If you're struggling with something, you understand that it's not something that you can force out of your mind, force out of your self. You can't just go into your brain and adjust the biochemicals and make you stop wanting stuff. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel good. There's nothing wrong with feeling good. There is nothing wrong with feeling good, but when your entire lifestyle, when your life is completely affected by pleasure, where you're indulging to the point where you're just destroying yourself, just unnaturally indulging in stuff. It'll ruin you. I mean, you don't have to take it from me. You can see how it works in society. You can see how it works on yourself. Because I doubt that there's only a few people that have been indulging in stuff. It happens to everyone, literally everyone. Everyone has indulged in some way, and it's okay. It happens. What matters is what you do after. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like a bitch. You ever done something that you're just like, this is gonna be awesome? Or maybe not awesome, just like something you really want to do that you may know is you have bad experiences with, you know that you're gonna regret after. And then you do it and you're just like, damn, why did I do that? And it gets really frustrating, you get really shameful. And a lot of people push that shame away, or rather try to hide it. They hide it by going to the next thing. And it's a cycle. You will see this, and it happens. Like, you may have noticed the cycle, like, oh, I binged watched all day, then I ate a bunch of junk food, then I went and jerked off, and then I freaking smoked weed at night. You're just from one thing to the next. You do one thing, you regret it. You're shameful. Why did I binge watch all day? But dang, those snacks are looking good. It's not really you thinking that those snacks are looking good. It's when you realize that you wasted a whole day just wasting away, your brain's like, what the fuck am I doing that? It hurts. And then what do you do when something hurts? You look for your medicine. You go to the next thing. Oh, it works. It does work. Why else would you do it? But it only works for a little. So you go to the next. Then ouch. Then the next. Then ouch. And it keeps going. So unless you're some neurosurgeon, some crazy futuristic neurosurgeon that can go in your brain and adjust your biochemicals to make sure that whenever you do something, you won't regret it anymore, so that cycle doesn't continue, then what can you do? What can you do? You're gonna want to medicate yourself when you get hurt, when you feel shame, when you feel regret. And you can't get rid of that feeling. You can try through trying to force it out, but forcing it out is like the same as getting your arm chopped off and being like, I'm just gonna force this pain out my brain. It doesn't work. It literally doesn't work. You can't You can't just be unaffected by a biochemical reaction. It's impossible. So you have to accept that you will feel that shame. You will feel regret. Sit with it. What does that want? What is the shame? What does the regret want? When I sit with my shame, when I sit with my regret, I notice it wanting stuff in the future. I notice it wanting like in a fantasy, in like a fantasy version of me where I'm perfect. I don't fall into temptation. I am perfectly consistent. I'm perfectly disciplined. I am perfect, which is why it's a fantasy. And when you don't keep up to this idea of perfection, like it's the same as say you did something and you expect perfection out of it, like you know you did perfect. You did a test and you knew every question and you're just like, it's perfect. But then reality hits. What you think is not what's really happening. You can live in a fantasy world, but when the results come back to you, whoa, what happened? You're gonna get hit with however much separation is your real to your fantasy. You're gonna get hit with that rebound. Like, here I am, fantasy maxi, perfect, disciplined, consistent, real maxi, all the way back here. Oh, I'm associating myself with this one, but when this doesn't come true, it comes back and hits me. And that hit, it hurts. So, how can we move our perceived, how can I move my perceived reality closer with the reality that happens, the reality that I actually get results from? It's to stop bringing yourself to this reality, and rather than stopping, actually put more effort into this one. Bring your perception from here to here. Only be perceiving this. Instead of thinking about tomorrow, instead of thinking about next week, you're only thinking about right now. You're only thinking about what you're doing right now. Like, I'm sitting. Are you sitting down? Feel that chair. Just feel your body resting on that chair. Take a deep breath. The present isn't going anywhere. You've only known the present your whole life. You've never known the future. You've never been in the past. So, to waste your energy fantasizing about those, regretting those, it's a waste. No, I know I'm making it seem so simple. Like, just don't worry about the future. Don't regret the past. I wish it was that simple. But the truth is, you're always gonna worry about the future. You're always gonna regret the past. So get used to it. Get used to just being frustrated. Get used to being miserable. Get used to regretting. Get used to worrying. Because they're not gonna go anywhere. You're always probably gonna, I can guarantee you, you will worry about the future. You will worry about the past. Being at peace isn't just becoming some person that only lives right now. Like, worrying, you can be at peace thinking about the future, thinking about the past. What matters is what you do with it. Are you gonna be stuck up in it? Are you gonna try to push it away, or are you just gonna let it happen? The hardest part about living but it's also the most crucial part, is letting life happen. You have to let this stuff happen. It will hurt. It will be unbearable. You will suffer, and you'll just wanna go and hide in the same cycle over and over again. But it's like mud in a river. Not thinking about it doesn't make it go away. You know? It'll always be flowing. You can try to stop the flow, but that doesn't get rid of the mud. But when you allow that river to flow, what happens to the mud? It just goes. Like your bad thoughts, you can try to stop that cycle, like stop it from processing, because process hurts. It really hurts. You can stop that process by just going in one thing to the next. But doesn't get rid of the mud. If anything, when the mud stays in that river that's not flowing, the mud builds up. It stains the rest of the river. And when you do let it flow, it's even harder, it takes longer.